The Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business Podcast brings you a unique view of Mesa through its vibrant business community and the subjects that are important. The podcast is produced in the Mesa Chamber of Commerce Media Studio, sponsored by the University of Phoenix. Our podcast is hosted by Mesa Chamber of Commerce CEO Sally Harrison. Please enjoy this episode of the Mesa Chamber Inside Business Podcast.
Hi, I'm Sally Harrison, President and CEO of the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, and today I'm excited to have my friend Marcus Forrester here. He is a Mesa Police officer and has started a really cool nonprofit that we're going to talk about. But first, Marcus, let's talk about you.
Absolutely. So again, my name is Marcus Forrester. I am a United States Marine, served from 2004 to 2008.
Hoorah.
And I said, thank you, hoorah. And as Sally said, yes, currently a police officer for the city of Mesa.
Yeah. So tell me, what made you want to start a nonprofit? Your nonprofit is called Veterans 5 to 9.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that, the history of that nonprofit, when you started.
So back in maybe 2017, 2018, as I was obviously on the beat, I would run into a lot of veterans, and we just would not have a lot of resources during the nighttime and weekend hours.
Yeah.
And I was actually working for another nonprofit, the Marine Corps League, where I seen some things in there where it's like, okay, we have after hours issues, but we can't really address them. So I was kind of getting fed up, and I think the last straw was where I actually got sent a call from maybe a VA caseworker or something like that. I just happened to be dispatched it, and it was to an elderly veteran who he had went to the VA, and something happened with his appointment to where he had gotten rescheduled, or they said his appointment wasn't there when it was. So he actually came back down to Mesa, and I went to him, and I mean, his calves and ankles were just like so swollen, and he's like, I don't know why they're telling me to come back up there. I just went up there. I have no way to get back. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, how can we get this guy, back here? Clearly there's something wrong, and there's nothing that existed. So I started complaining about it. Instead of complaining about it, I decided to do something about it and start Veterans 5 to 9.
Very cool. So talk about the process of actually starting a nonprofit.
So for me, it was very difficult. I was somebody who did not know anything about, other than being a part of a nonprofit, how to start a nonprofit. So I did a lot of Google research, a lot of YouTube research. I mean, just everything by myself, just putting in hours of time to, start the paperwork with the state, to go through, the IRS, to, just to get everything started. And actually shout out to a Vietnam veteran who's a near and dear friend of mine, who actually gave me startup funding because he knew what I was trying to do, which really propelled everything.
Very cool. So talk about how you initially started actually helping the vets.
So I wanted to start right out of the gate when I got everything end up December 2019 into 2020, but COVID hit.
Yeah, I was going to say, not the best timing.
So it kind of put everything to a halt. So I was like, okay, how can I still help veterans? And I obviously realized at that time people were struggling with toilet paper, water, toiletries, essentials like that. So I said, you know what? How about I just do this? I'll just order a bunch of stuff off Amazon. I'll put stuff in bags, and I'll go across the state of Arizona and talking to different people. So I started handing out bags, these, however you want to call them.
Like little care packages?
Yeah, little care packages with toothpaste, toilet paper, water, and just started getting those out to veterans as best I can. So that's kind of where it started.
Well, that's where it started. What do you provide now?
So now we provide a ton of different resources. So our services have really focused towards emergency resources. And what I mean by that is, number one, if we have a homeless veteran, you can give us a call and we can assist them with things like providing them shelter. We can provide transportation for them to get to the CRC. We can even assist with moving costs.
Talk about CRC.
The Crisis Resource and Referral Center is what I believe is the name of it. Basically, that's the hub in the city of Phoenix where all homeless veterans can go to get set up with different resources as far as long-term housing, different types of care, and things like that. So we can assist with that. If you are a veteran or service member who may be facing eviction, we can also assist with that. There have been times where people have called us and says, hey, you know what? I don't know where to turn. I'm going to be evicted in the next 3 days. I'm a single parent. I've got 3 kids. If I'm out of here, I don't know what to do. No problem. We can assist you. We can stop it. Let's stop the situation right there, get you taken care of, so that way we can refocus on getting things together. We could also, in that situation, assist with like childcare. So if you need to go to work and you need somebody to help you pay for childcare assistance, we can do that as well.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yep.
So where do you actually assist these vets?
So primarily in Maricopa and Pinal County, but we have since expanded to if we can help anywhere in Arizona, we will.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty awesome. How do you vet the vets?
So when a veteran calls me or a service provider calls me, I need to verify that you're a veteran either by a DD-214 or some type of VA ID card or something like that. Obviously, if you're calling from the VA, then I can use that as a voucher, but I have to be able to verify you in some way, shape, or form.
So do you get referrals from the VA?
I do get referrals from the VA. I get referrals from just different community resources all across the valley.
That's very cool. So anything else you want to talk about?
No, if you guys want to support us, obviously you can go to veterans529.com. We have a couple different links up there if you guys want to donate. We definitely appreciate it. We also run a YouTube channel where we have different resources that we kick out to different veterans as far as financial assistance and things like that. So if you want to subscribe to that, that would be fantastic. If we can get to 1,000 subscribers, we'd probably have a permanent funding source to be able to assist veterans across the valley.
Okay. So do you have events?
We have different events sometimes, whatever the fundraisers are or different things that are coming up. We watch for them like on social media like everybody
So you
else.
post?
Yeah, we post different things. So
all right.
if you see those come up and you want to be a part of it, definitely give us a call. The phone number for the business line is 480-498-8700.
Cool. Okay. So before we wrap this up, do you have any success stories you want to share?
Yeah,
I'm sure you have several.
Most of our success stories are, I guess, kind of just what I said as far as individuals who really are in a pinch and they give us a call and they're like, I don't know what to do. We post the testimonials online. I'm trying to think of one that sticks out. There was probably a call that we got from the VA of a Native American woman up north. And there were some issues with her claim or something like that to where they had raised some prescriptions rates or something like that. Well, that unfortunately caused her not to be able to, pay her rent or utilities or things like that. So they were scrambling.
It's hard to pick and choose
when
you only have so much funding available.
Right. So they called late Friday and they really didn't have a plan in place, and they were looking for somebody because obviously they wanted to help.
Sure.
And they came across us, and I said, no problem. We got them, so we were able to help all the way out there. Stop that eviction, stop her lights, and heater from being turned off.
Right.
And she was very, very appreciative.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay, so before we wrap up, once again, how do people get a hold of you?
So the phone number is 480-498-8700, or you can visit veterans529.com. You can find our contact information on there.
Okay, and is 529 the number 5?
Yes, the number 5 and then dash and then the number 9.
Okay, good. All right. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully we can see you again and get another update on how things are going. But thank you for the work that you do.
Absolutely.
Obviously, veterans are a big part of our community and they mean a lot to the chamber. But thank you for your service.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. Any way I can help and give back is what I'm about.
Awesome. Thanks.
This has been a Mesa Chamber of Commerce Inside Business podcast. You can find all podcast episodes at iTunes, Spotify, or your own favorite podcast website. You can also find them online at mesachamber.org. Content of this podcast is copyright the Mesa Chamber of Commerce, unless otherwise noted.